When Halo 2 dropped on November 9, 2004, it felt like the whole world stopped to pick up a controller. This was smack dab in the video game industry's prime, as each new title felt like we were being introduced to a core new mechanic that's still being used today. But not everyone stayed happy for long, as we found ourselves inbound on a Phantom playing as the Arbiter, which became the biggest bait and switch we've seen in gaming since Metal Gear Solid 2, which some of us were still recovering from. But let's be real, the reason Halo 2 took over our lives? Xbox Live. It turned every living room into a battleground or a pigsty. 4v4 at lockout at 4 a.m. Classic. Clan matches felt like championship games. And trash talk these days in both the pre and post game lobbies, it was an actual art form and a place kids today would not be able to handle. Oh, and we can't forget about that ending. The one that left us all wondering, what was that? It may have been one of the best cliffhangers in video game history, but it was also a premonition as what was to come as studios would begin to prioritize profits over making a game as best as possible. Halo 2 wasn't just a game, it was a rite of passage. It felt like this was the first time where if you weren't online, you were missing history in the making. So everyone say hello to Steven. Steven, say hello to chat.
Hey, chat.
Chat says hey. I want to say Halo 2 is probably the biggest release we've ever had in our lifetimes up to that point.
For us, yeah, growing up. No, Halo is it because the
System Link.
Yeah, System Link.
Well, Halo 1 made System Links massive, I feel like, yes. And then Halo 2 went ham on it because it was just so fluid. And then Xbox Live, which we'll get to. Yeah, no, some of my most precious memories as a kid was when we were playing System Link with all our neighborhood friends, and it got competitive. People genuinely cared about how other people thought of their skill set, like how good they were.
Yeah, and that's what made the Halo 2 ranking system so important.
Oh, I forgot about the ranking system. That's right, and you could go
Probably
down in level.
Yeah, that was probably the best ranking system they've had in video games. And they moved away from it.
When you did play online, what was your favorite online playlist?
I was always Team Slayer.
Yeah.
Well, I know, actually, I like the bomb one. Like, small map bomb was always a lot of fun.
Oh, like Warlock, the bomb going through.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Ivory Tower.
Oh, Ivory Tower is one of the greatest maps of all time. Oh my gosh. Going up the left side to grab the rocket launcher, and then the sniper's up there near the lift. For me, I love Bomb on Headlong. That was a good one. Headlong was a construction site.
That was the big map. Yeah. Okay, that was the first time I remember like raging in a video game. Was that map?
Now I'm getting some memories of when we started to not like Halo 2.
You could get out of. Could you get out of midship? I don't think you could. I know there was a super jump.
Maybe.
The big one was Ascension, getting to the top of Ascension.
Oh wow! Yup.
And then Lockout, getting to the top of Lockout was big.
We were doing those actually. You're right. Yeah. Where's the one where you could go get on the Scarab?
Oh yeah! Holy crap! I forgot that one.
Yeah, I think that was in game. Remember, because even in the skulls in the campaign. Oh my gosh!
That's right. Yeah.
And what was crazy about that is you could literally in the beginning of the game jump up there, grab the skull if you want, but you could skip the entire map pretty much and just get right on the jet. The campaign was fun. I don't feel like it was the brightest point of Halo 2. I still feel like the online play was the most memorable aspect, probably because you had to play as the Arbiter. How did you feel when you had to play as the Arbiter? Like, do you remember like what your first thoughts were?
Yeah, I was kind of confused. I didn't like it at first, and plus, like the hitboxes, he was much bigger.
Oh,
so it was much easier to
my gosh!
Headshots on him were so.
That's right. You could play as elites online, and they were so much easier to shoot from the side.
Yeah, so I wasn't like the biggest fan of it, but I actually, now that we talk about it, it's funny if you go back to the Master Chief Collection and play the old one. When you play online, yeah, you're playing the elites all the time.
That is really interesting, actually. I forgot all about that. Yeah, I mean, you remember Metal Gear Solid 2. It was the exact same thing where you started off as Solid Snake, and then they're like, just kidding, you're Raiden, and at first everyone hated it.
Yeah.
Same vibes. I think that was like a thing, I guess, during gaming at that time, but I'm not gonna lie, if I remember correctly, I hated it.
I just didn't care. I just didn't care about their perspective.
I just didn't care.
They were the enemy. Oop.
Do you have a favorite online map, like out of all of them?
It's always Midship.
Midship. I mean, Midship is classic. So symmetrical.
It was a really good map to communicate with.
I feel like Lockout might be my favorite, but Zanzibar also holds a special place in my heart. Something about Zanzi.
I think everybody. I miss Zanzibar. Our communication on that was so good.
Oh, when we got the bomb, and one person, two people on a warthog, two through the left. That's right.
We had so many close games with that.
We got so good at rushing. That's right. Dude, so do you remember when Halo 2 came out and there's that kid at our high school who was able to stay home and play it all day long while we were at school?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we were all so jealous. That's just like how impactful the game was. That's just how big that game was. Someone stayed home from school back then to play it. Today, I almost like wouldn't doubt it. Like, I feel like kids don't even go to school anymore.
Yeah. Do it from home. Work from home day. Go to school from home.
School from home? What would you say is your most memorable moment when thinking back on Halo 2?
Getting to scrim the ogres.
You got to do that?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick, dude. How bad the ogres beat you guys?
Oh, they whooped our butt. We would score like 15 a game against them, kind of thing. They were just so good.
A lot of the time, too, it's the teamwork. It's the combination. You don't miss your BR shots, and your teamwork's impeccable. You're shooting like everyone.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, seriously, I feel like Halo 2 was the game that kind of created the whole pro gamer movement that got put on steroids the last couple of years.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Halo 2.
Well, now they got the funding for it.
Well,
like,
exactly.
Counter-Strike esports has been big for 20 years. Or has been popular, but no one's been able to make money off of it until the last like 10-ish years.
Now you got the advertisers here. The problem with playing Halo games right now is that you play it and then it's fun, and then you start running into the problems that you felt back then. You're like, oh yeah, this is why I stopped playing this game, for these exact reasons, and you can't get around these problems because it's just the natural problems of this game. And like each game has their own issues, and it's just like, I get it. Like eventually we're gonna get sick of the battle royale. Eventually we're gonna run into the same issues that we're sick. You know.
I think the new movement's going to be these indie games that are really funny for content creating.
Oh yeah,
I think that's going to be the new wave. They're the new movement. Things that'll last like a month. Small games, but they come out all the time.
I feel like the industry's due for that. You're not lying. That wouldn't make sense. That would be the natural correction away from having all these massive behemoths like Fortnite, Call of Duty.
There's just look at it. They're dropping another game.
Well, we'll talk about that in the review, but they got their own stuff to take care of. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was my bestie Steven. Everyone,
hello. Thank you.
Round of applause. All right. As always, go out there and do something great. And click one of these videos if you want. There's a lot of good stuff here.